Hey, Bill O'Reilly here. Welcome to the No Spin News for Thursday, July 27th, 2023. Stand up for your country. You know, the politicians in Washington and all the state capitals and in your town are supposed to be there to look out for you, to help you and me. But they're not doing that. We're in the middle of a political war in Washington, D.C. that is getting about as intense as I've ever seen. So we all know about the Hunter Biden thing and how Joe Biden is going to be affected by that. And I'm going to go over it tonight. Again, not in a repetitious way. We're going to advance the story. And now it seems that the federal government is going to indict Donald Trump on January 6 charges. However, right before we went to tape this, we do that in the late afternoon, Mr. Trump put out on Truth Social that his lawyers had a good meeting with the Department of Justice, and he doesn't believe anything is imminent. I don't know. How can I possibly know? But I do know there are so many games being played that it would not surprise me if Donald Trump is indicted shortly, and that is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. So according to NBC News, Trump's legal and political teams are preparing for another federal indictment. And the charges are basically surrounding January 6th, all right, the riot at the Capitol. We don't know what the charges will be, but it's witness tampering, it's conspiracy to do this, that, and the other thing. It'll be vague. And Trump is likely to beat it in court, but it's just another thing. Now, on the Democratic side, I remember Jack Smith was appointed by Merrick Garland, who's been humiliated in the Hunter Biden investigation. On that side, there is tremendous pressure to get Hunter Biden off the front page. He's not really on the front page, but you know what I mean. Most Americans are aware of this now, and they're talking about it. And the big question is, did Hunter Biden give his father millions of dollars? And that's where the investigation is heading, to try to prove or disprove that. So, to me, it makes sense that if Jack Smith is answering, and he's supposed to be independent counsel, but come on, to the Democratic structure, the quicker that he can indict Trump on another charge blows the Hunter Biden thing out of the public consciousness. That's speculation, and I was surprised by Donald Trump's late tweet today, but I'll be very surprised if he's indicted within the next week. Very surprised. Okay, so what are we looking at here then for you, the American citizen? We're looking at one word: chaos. That's what we're looking at. So the judge yesterday told Hunter Biden and his lawyer, I'm not going to accept this plea. Everybody knows that the plea fix was in. Nobody can defend it. When you see people on television trying to defend it, you know they're not being truthful. That they're saying whatever they're saying for money. And that goes for Fox News too. They parade these people out, Harf and Juan Williams and the others, and they did like this. And you know, it's not true. But they're paid to say that. Fox News needs some liberals. You know, when I was doing FNC, I wouldn't put on anybody like that. Juan Williams didn't pull that stuff with me, ever. Okay? It was straight. It wasn't talking points. I never would I did. And the people who spouted the talking points never got on my show, ever. And that went to the conservatives too. So right now, the American people going into late summer, August, on vacation, we're looking at a government that's basically stopped functioning. Now, thank God, the economic picture is not dire. And I was wrong because I thought there was going to be a recession this year. I didn't predict it, but I thought there would be. But consumer spending is still robust, even though people are spending money they don't have, and that's going to come back to bite them and the country. But consumer spending, I mean, I'm out on Eastern Long Island now, and it's just thousands of vacationers, and they're spending money. And the people out here are charging them 3 times what the fair price would be. But people are still doing it. But anyway, on the economic front, we're okay. Foreign, any day, anything could happen, as you know. Okay? Biden's gone. I'll tell you about his schedule in a minute, but you're not going to see him the entire month of August. Now, that's the memo. Let me wrap the memo up. And then I'll get the president's schedule. But there's a big event on Monday I got to tell you about. Okay, I don't think I left out anything here. You're up to speed on possible Trump indictment on January 6th. Hunter Biden hurting his father dramatically. Okay, president's schedule at 11:45. He announced additional actions to protect communities from extreme heat. So the White House says it's going to make drinking water more accessible. I don't know what that means. So you have a faucet in your house, you turn it on, water comes out, you drink it. Or you spend money on bottled water. I don't ever have any trouble getting water. I don't know anybody who does. Even poor people have plenty of water. But the White House somehow, and I'm sure it's going to involve spending money. Sure it's going to. Because they're going to spend, Biden announced that he's going to spend $7 million. For him, that's, cocktail money to develop more detailed weather predictions. We got good weather predictions now. We don't need the federal government to get involved with this. All right, 3 o'clock, Biden meets with Prime Minister Meloni of Italy, where it's 115 degrees, in Sicily. I'm sure they'll talk about climate change. And then tonight, Biden gives remarks at the Truman Civil Rights Symposium at the National Archives building. Pretty ironic, right? National Archives, hello. Joe Biden, you got documents in your basement. I'll get there in a minute. And he's going to say that his executive orders, Joe Biden's executive orders, are tremendous because they help with diversity in the military or whatever he's going to say. Now, he can read the teleprompter barely, but he can read it. Okay, so remember on January 12th of this year, when Attorney General Merrick Garland, that tower of power, that strong man, came out and said, I'm going to appoint a special counsel to look at the documents found in President Biden's garage. Okay. Thanks. So the guy named Robert Hur was appointed. Throw Robert's picture up there on the radio. He's an Asian man, younger. That's the last we have seen or heard of Robert Hur. January 12th. That's it. He vanished, disappeared. Witness protection program. Nobody knows where he is. Okay. So that's enough for Robert. You can take him down. We got it. The only thing that I can report is it doesn't appear that Mr. Hur is using a grand jury here. I guess he himself went to the garage. I don't know. There's no grand jury that we know of. Now in Congress, Jim Jordan has demanded to know the scope of what classified documents were found in Biden's garage next to the Corvette. So far, that demand was made June 7th. It's now almost August, and they haven't complied. It's the usual stuff. And Jordan is tied up with the Hunter Biden, Joe Biden stuff. All right, so don't expect anything ever from Robert Hur. That's not going to happen. Now, big story on Monday. Devin Archer. All right, he's Hunter Biden's best pal. They went to Yale together. And business partner. Very, very close friends at one time. I don't know if it's the same. This guy's wealthy. He's got homes in Eastern Long Island, where I am, Brooklyn. He's a wheeler dealer. So he got convicted of defrauding Native American tribes. All right? And he was sentenced to a year and a day. He's appealed, so he isn't in prison. It would be a New York State prison, I believe. Now, Devin Archer was on the board of Burisma, the Ukrainian oil company, with Hunter Biden. That's how close these guys are. So Devin Archer knows everything. So he's very reluctant to testify, doesn't want to do it in public. He's going to do it behind closed doors Monday. We don't know what time. It's unclear because the Oversight Committee's calendar is blank. Now, some viewers and listeners to the No Spin News say or believe he's not going to show up. I don't know. I don't know how he stayed out of jail all this time. He lost his appeal in June. He's still out of jail. Okay? But anyway, that's small ball. Big ball, major league, is if Devon Archer is going to tell the House Oversight Committee under oath that Joe Biden was in on all these deals. It's as simple as that. Now, you know, I know, everybody in the world knows, as soon as Devon Archer is finished testifying, that this will be public. The Republicans will throw it right on out there. And I'm here on, we're going to tape a little later on Monday, try to get what we can get, okay? Because it's a big story, big story. It wouldn't be a surprise to me if the Trump indictment and the Devon Archer thing happened at the same time. And then the media would, of course, report the Trump thing over the Devon Archer thing. You see how devious this all is? I feel like I'm in the middle of a novel, a fiction movie, reporting all of this stuff. Hey, it's time to take care of your liver. Data from the American Heart Association indicates that adults with fatty liver were 3.5 times more likely to have heart failure than those without. The American Liver Foundation says that 100 million Americans have fatty livers. These days, we throw everything at our bodies: cholesterol, alcohol, toxins, statins, cigarettes. No wonder so many of us have a sluggish, fatty liver. Your liver helps your body with hundreds of daily functions. It's time you help your liver with Liver Health Formula. Liver Health Formula is an all-natural, American-made supplement that contains 12 clinically proven botanicals to recharge and protect your liver. So try Liver Health Formula and receive a free bottle of nano-powered omega-3 to keep your heart healthy. Go to getliverhelp.com/bill, claim your free gift. That's getliverhelp.com/bill. Let's go to the mail. Myrna Davis, Fishers, Indiana. So Hunter Biden owes $1 million in taxes. Well, the next time Joe Biden tells everyone to pay your fair share, should be laughed to the ends of the earth. Of course, that's pay your fair share stuff's gone for Joe Biden now. And remember that Hunter Biden didn't pay taxes on $1.5 million, and they're calling him the sugar brother, the lawyer from California, Morris. He picked up all of that. And I think he's picking up Hunter's law bills now, too. The grift continues. Rich Keir, Seaford, New York, out here on Long Island. Every day, you tell your audience, O'Reilly, to email if you wish to opine. This is my third attempt, as the first two received no acknowledgement. My question is, do you think any of Biden's protectors, especially in Congress, will ever tire of covering for him? Number one, we get thousands of letters, Rich. So, the odds of getting it read are very slim. We still want everybody to try, and I read them, but not an easy gig. Number two, no, it's not about protecting Biden. It's protecting the Democratic Party and the progressive movement. But they're never going to stop doing that, ever. Tom Keithley, Newport News, Virginia. Why doesn't the committee just subpoena Hunter Biden to testify and get his answers on a record? Tom, you know why. You have to know why. Hunter Biden take the fifth. Right? Lynn Bacchus, Star Valley Ranch, Wyoming. I bet you that's a beautiful place. I, too, am a simple man. However, like you, I can discern fact from fiction. That's because you want to, Lynn. Many, many millions and millions and millions of Americans do not want to discern fact from fiction. They like to live in the fictional world. Okay. Mitch Goose, premium member, Reno, Nevada. I did not know we shared a common personal history regarding Oppenheimer. That's another movie that's making a lot of money. My father was a radio tech in the Navy and was set to be on the first wave of the assault on Japan. Unlike you, if not for the bomb, I too would not exist. So, Killing the Rising Sun is the best book about Oppenheimer, the Manhattan Project, all of that. So if you go to see the movie and then you want more, because the movie's a little dramatic and this and that, I heard it's a very good film, by the way. I will get around to seeing that. I don't know when, but I will. Barbie, no. Oppenheimer, yes. But my father was on his way to the invasion, and the kamikazes would have just blown his destroyer right out of the ocean because they were ready to go. We have all the stats, all the data. Killing the Rising Sun. Jim Harlow, Hollyville, Connecticut. 10 years ago, I established a two-week rule in my life as a way of telling my ADD friends and relatives that if they asked me to attend an event 2 weeks in advance, I could do it, but no less than that. The rule has in no way changed the last-minute behavior of those around me. Well, maybe they don't like you, Jim. I mean, I don't know. Look, let me read another letter, and then because this was the final thought yesterday. So Sharon says, regarding the final thought, young people are much more spontaneous than older folks, that would be me, and the younger don't want to be controlled, especially when it comes to their leisure times. Oh, I don't want to control anybody's leisure time, but it's impolite and dangerous on occasion to do things last minute. So if you plan and organize, your leisure time will be more successful. That was my point. I'm big on spontaneity. You got to be nimble in this world. Opportunities present themselves, you grab them. Okay? But this never planning business, that's not going to lead to prosperity, in my humble opinion. Okay, really good news for us today. This morning I woke up. So as you may know, I'm doing a live show in Huntington, Long Island, October 27th at the Paramount Theater with my buddy, WABC morning man, Sid Rosenberg. The show is called A New York State of Mind. It's about 50% sold out pre-sale. Wow, that is shocker. Tickets go on sale tomorrow. Ticketmaster, you go to the theater. We'll help you out on BillO'Reilly.com tonight if you want to get in and on the pre-sale, because obviously the best seats, first come, first serve. But, we're rocking there. It looks like the show will sell out fairly quickly. A New York State of Mind, October 27th. Great time to come to the New York area with the foliage, cities hopping with good things. Okay, so we'd love to see you. Summer reading. Killing Crazy Horse, Killing the Killers, Killing the Legends, and a Team Normal hat, $32.95. Cannot do better. So you go on the beach, you go to the mountains, you're taking a plane ride. Those books will enhance your experience. And Killing the Witches pre-order comes out September 26th. The Horror of Salem, Massachusetts book will surprise you. And you re-up your concierge or premium membership, or you sign on, BillO'Reilly.com, you get the book free. Good deal. Word of the day, no balderdash, BALDERDASH, no balderdash. When writing to me, your humble correspondent, Bill@BillO'Reilly.com, Bill@BillO'Reilly.com, name and town if you wish to opine. And we do read the letters. Back with a final thought about aliens. So there's alien testimony in Congress. Wow. That's a final thought in a moment. Everybody knows Chuck Norris. He's not just an action star in the movies. He's a vet, family man, big on health. Now, Chuck has spent decades of his life trying every supplement out there. Most did nothing, but a few provided dramatic changes. So Chuck Norris put them together into a drink called Morning Kick. By adding Morning Kick to his diet, Chuck says he feels better at the age of 83 than he has in years. Morning Kick combines Chuck Norris's favorite supplements into one great tasting daily drink. It's got probiotics for weight loss, prebiotics for digestion, superfoods for your muscles and joints, as well as several powerful anti-aging supplements. You'll end up with more energy, better digestion, and you'll think more clearly and feel younger. Visit mymorningkick.com/first. That's mymorningkick.com/first. Remember, all individuals are unique, so your results can and will vary. All right, time now for the final thought of the day. So the House Oversight Committee held hearings asking for transparency from the federal government, mostly the Pentagon, in alien life. Okay? This is real. Now, I didn't cover it because I got Hunter Biden, I got Trump, I got a lot of stuff to do. But other people cover it. It's legitimate because there are millions of Americans who believe that the U.S. government is holding back information about extraterrestrials, and we should know what it is. And I'm for that, right? Okay. So last night on News Nation, on Cuomo's show, and we had the whole segment posted. It wasn't just UFOs. It was about Biden and Trump and on and on. So go to BillO'Reilly.com. You can see the whole thing. But he did ask me about the UFO hearings. Go. If they can figure out a way to make aliens socialists, then you'll get Ocasio-Cortez to perk up. We're in a real egocentric country here. So it's all about U.S. government's covering up. And they have a spacecraft, and they have 18 aliens in New Mexico, or whatever they have. What about all the other countries? Do they have nobody? Did aliens not visit Russia, China, India? Did any of those air defenses, are they covering everything up too? See, I'm a simple man, Cuomo, and if there's aliens coming down, I want them to pay taxes so that everybody's tax burden can go down. Okay, that's all I want. Don't kill us and pay the atmospheric tax, all right? Because the left is going to tax them as soon as they land. So, but
it was your idea.
I don't know what the other countries, they're not participating here. Godzilla was the best. He wasn't an alien, but he kind of went around to all the countries and created equal mayhem. Okay. Trenchant analysis, right? So, am I a believer? I'll tell you what. I'm agnostic on the extraterrestrials. A long time ago, I was in Nova Scotia, and I was visiting some people up there, and they were very, very honest, working class folks. And they told me a story about a craft that came down over when they were driving around Nova Scotia, obviously a very rural place. And I was listening to the story, and I go, these are the most honest people on earth. There's not any reason to tell me the story. I wasn't famous at the time. I was in grad school. I wasn't even a journalist yet. And they're telling me this story in great detail, a husband and a wife. And I'm going, okay. What can I say? No, it didn't. I can't. But the point I just made is a big world. And all of the other countries have listening devices and satellites, and not all of them, but all the developed countries. And nobody has come up with anything. So if you believe that your country, the United States of conspiracy, is tamping it all down, well, what about Sweden? What about Italy? If I'm an alien, I'm going to Italy first because that's the best food. That's where I'm going first. And then I'll go to America because there's lots of stuff going on here, less action. But anyway, look, I make fun of it. I'm glad they're having the hearings. If there are stuff that's being suppressed, we should know about it. And if the aliens are smart, they won't come here because as soon as they do, the government's going to go, hey, Over here, you owe me this. Alien tax. Thank you for watching and listening to the No Spin News this evening. I'll have a new column Sunday noon, and we'll see you again on Monday. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.